What's up, YouTube? It's Richard, founder of Short Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. Today's video, we're talking about the top 5 things you can do to improve your listing and the search results on Airbnb. So before we get started, I have to give a shout out and a big thanks to Danny Rustine, founder of Optimize My Airbnb. He was a recent podcast guest. We have over an hour of content, tips, and advice on how to optimize your Airbnb listing. So we'll include the podcast link below. Please go ahead and check that out for more detailed information. And also, he participated in our paid membership Q&A. So all of our members had the opportunity to ask him some great questions, and he had great things. What I'm doing here is distilling down what I think are the 5 takeaways that everyone can benefit from immediately. So the first point is response time matters. Airbnb has told us so. They keep repeating it. They report it to you as a host, and they report it to your guests. So when someone clicks on it, they see what the response time is. The reason it matters so much is that it influences the guest experience. They want to book. They want to know whether it's available. They want an answer to whether there's a crib or not. So my advice to you is, instead of waiting for your meeting to end and then getting back to them after lunch and so on, and go ahead and respond immediately and say, I'm walking into a meeting, I'll be back to you in 2 hours. That way the guest doesn't continue surfing and looking for somebody else. They may be more than happy you're their first choice. They'll wait 2 hours. But go ahead and give them that courtesy that says, I have your communication, I'll be right back to you. Or you can be like me and use a virtual assistant. I've made a video to help you get started. You can click on it over here. Number 2, we asked Danny what the number 1 thing that most people screw up on that's easiest to fix. And his answer was, use all 50 characters in the title. So when you list your home, you have the opportunity to have a title. Don't use less than 50 characters. Use all 50 or as close to them as possible. But make sure that you use the right ones in the right order. So don't start with the fluff. Start with the really important selling point, because in mobile, it's going to get truncated. Lead with the best selling point and then finish, but use all 50. The third item is to make sure that people get through your entire listing down to the opportunity to book. So what Danny encouraged people to do was have a very thorough and complete listing, but don't start adding tons and tons of text and so on. Like, don't put every single house rule there. There's a place for that. The reason is Airbnb is searching via heat map to see what the user experience is, and a better user experience is they like what they see, they like what they see, they continue to scroll, they continue to scroll, they like what they see, and they get to the bottom. If they bounce at somewhere in the middle, you're sending Airbnb a signal that the person is dissatisfied, there's too much information, they're not happy with what they read. So just try and keep it thorough, accurate, but brief. The fourth thing, and this may be kind of obvious, but it's worth repeating here, is that your photos count and the order of your photos count. Danny brings to our attention that now on a desktop experience, Airbnb is highlighting 2 photos, which means not only must you select your very best photo as the thumbnail, which gets the most clicks, and Airbnb likes that, it's going to rank it higher, but now your second photo matters a lot, because there's going to be the left and the right photo on the desktop experience. Have them be different photos, so don't shoot the living room in 2 different angles. One is of the living room and one is of the outside view. The 5th item is a little bit controversial, and I have mixed feelings about it. I'm going to tell you Danny's thought, based on Airbnb, is that wish listing, having people save your home for future stay, is important. That's a ranking factor. And I believe that, and I understand why that would be. I just want to caution people. I've seen a lot of what I would call abuse, where people are posting spammy type messages and requests to total strangers in Facebook groups to wish list my home. And the reason I caution you about that is I'm a small business owner. Google and Google search results could be, manipulated in the past, and then Google sees that manipulation, then they do a Panda upgrade or a Penguin upgrade, and that becomes a penalty. So the people that were manipulating it, that took advantage of the situation, actually get penalized. I would hate to see somebody put out a wish list request, get 600 wish lists in an hour, and then Airbnb says that can't be real, and then you get penalized. So organic, natural wish lists from friends and family and real people that want to stay at your home, good. I just don't particularly suggest that you go out and try and get the whole world to wish list it really quickly, because chances are Airbnb is smart enough to penalize that in the future. So in closing, I just want to thank Danny again. We've got the link to the podcast below, an hour of great content and tips and advice, so check that out. We're also going to link his website for you, so go check him out. He knows what he's doing when it comes to search results, and I hope you take advantage of this, make your search even higher up in there, get more bookings, reinvest, grow your business, so on and so forth. In the meantime, subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel. Thanks so very much and have a great day.